Hello Internetians, my name is Josh, aka Ultra Player, welcoming you to PML's Season 4, week number 5, 6, 5? 5. 6. 6. I said on the battle 5, but it's 6. You'll see in the battle that I'm recording this way out of order. I just recorded my battle with Jake Sherwin, who I am facing for week 6 of the MLP, before I even faced Chelsea, so I don't know what my record is. It's either going to be 2-3 or 3-2 going into this. But we are facing off against Jake Sherwin, coach of the Kansas City Carnivines, a long time friend of mine in League format. I've known him for a year now. A year ago, we faced off in the first week of both of our first seasons in draft format. And I came out on top in a 2-0 victory. And now we gotta face him again. I think this makes the 7th time that we've ever battled in League format. We battled PML, and I won. I don't like that. There we go. Battle PML, won. MPTL, he won. MPTL Finals, he won. MPTL Season 2, he won. PML Season 2 some week, I won. Victini. Goldberry! Gotta rub it in. I'm sorry, Jake. No, not sorry. And then in PML Season 3 semifinals, I won. No, I won. So we're 3-3. Had to do math. We are 3-3 right now, and this match is going to be the tiebreaker. And I will be honest, looking at his team and looking at my matchup, I don't have confidence. Didn't have confidence going in. I built this team really fast, and it took me forever just to get a freaking starting point. When I finished, I feel weak to stuff. Luckily, that stuff didn't come. Spoiler alert. Anyway, I'm always going to be weak to something when I build for his team. But the first thing I noticed is that Curtis Miltank actually puts in a lot of work, as you can see on your screen. But to go over his team, he has a Raikou, a fast electric type, which in past seasons I've had problems with fast electric types, but I have, as of this week, I believe, I'm not sure, but I think on this week I do have Gramble. I did drop Claydol for Gramble to help with that fighting and dark weakness that I've been so nervous about. So there's that. But I didn't put Gramble on this team. I just wanted it for the fighting and dark weakness. I got tired of being weak. Anyway, here's a Raikou, which, I'm not worried about it. I have a Latios. I have a Umbreon. I have a Mamoswine. I have possibly Claydol, I'm not sure. I have a Tangrowth. I'm not worried about Raikou. He can bring it, and it can do some work, but, it won't do too much. He is a Salamence, which is one of the only things he has that can really handle Scoldpeed. Plus 2 Rock Slide, if I set up a Sword Stance, will do 70% after Intimidate. So that's something to note. He can bring offensive variants, but if he brings offensive variants, I'm going to be really happy because that means a lot of things on my team are going to be very freed up. I expect it to be his Defogger. He can bring Starmie as a Rapid Spinner if he wants, but I kind of expect Defog, I expect Roost, and then a variety of other stuff. He can bring a lot of stuff as the last 2 moves. He can bring Dragon Stab, he can bring Fire Blast, he can bring, I don't know if he'll bring Pump. But that's not the point. Base 100 stat, usually an offensive Pokemon with Dragon Dance or a Life Orb. Used in the past. I'm not good with Salamence, so kind of hard to really rate on how well he can do against me. He has a Metagross, which I 100% expect to come because it is his best switch in to my Latios. I do expect an AV one with Pursuit, Ice Punch, and then maybe BP. And the last move could be a number of things. Maybe Hammer Arm. Maybe the last 2 moves, I expect Pursuit. I expect 1 stab move, at least. Possibly Hammer Arm for my Miltank and Umbreon. And another stuff. And then either BP or the other stab move or Ice Punch. He can bring a lot. I really think that AV is coming, and I've kind of planned accordingly. He has a Crocodile, a fast or not really fast, but a really offensive dark type, but I don't think it'll come because I have Skarmory, and I have an Umbreon, and I have maybe a Gramble. I feel like I have too many checks to it. If it does come, it can put in work, but once I, but like I have checks to it. I'm not too worried about it. Team Shay is a nuisance. Big pain in the butt. His best switch in to my Mamoswine. 100% expect that thing to show up and get a kill. 100%. Against stuff like my Mamoswine or just Toxic Stall. It is such a nuisance to my team. I mean, I have Ways. I have a Tangrowth which completely stops it. And then I have Hitmonlee which can do a KO it. But like, it's just a threat. It's just a pain in the butt. He has an Magmortar, which is kind of an issue. I mean, I do have a lot of gifts to kind of handle it, and Umbreon if he doesn't bring Focus Blast, but it's just a big nuisance to my entire team. I do have super effective damage for it, etc., but it's a very, very strong fire type that I originally planned to draft before he sniped it from me and I had to take Simisear. Like, I love Magmortar. It is just so strong. I've used it in OU and blown people away. It's a very good mon, and it can do a lot of work to my team. Mega Venusaur. Literally, if Mega Venusaur does not show up to this match, he loses. He will lose 100% if he does not bring Mega Venusaur, because Mega Venusaur walls. Bring it up. Scolipede. It walls Tangrowth. It walls Mamoswine to an extent. It walls Umbreon. It walls Mega Blastoise. It walls Hitmonlee and Gramble. It literally stops half of my team. And breaking that thing down was goal number 1. Destroy Mega Venusaur, win. He has a Florges, which is a very specially defensive mon. It can handle some mons on my team. Like, it can be a good switch into Florges to an extent. It can handle a couple of my mon. But I don't expect defensive. I do expect offensive, because my best switch in is Skarmory, which if I'm specially defensive I can handle. So I expect Moonblast, I expect Psychic, I expect Giga Drain, and Giga. I expect Giga Drain, and I expect HP Fire or Synthesis. Or HP Fire definitely, and then either Giga Drain or Synthesis. Offensive, I really expect it. If it's Life Orb, which it most likely will, because Life Orb Florges just plows through me, we'll have an issue. But I think I can handle it to an extent. Here's a Starmie, a very fast Pokemon that I've used in the past, but another mon, just like Salamence, that I don't think I put as much work into as others could. Like, I've used Starmie, and it was just like meh to me. But I can't underestimate it. It's one of his 2 forms of hazard removal. It can bring like Analytical Life Orb and just be a huge nuisance, although I do have an Umbreon which can handle it very, very well. Explode! Clicks Boomburst and gets a kill. Primate, fighting types. I don't do well with fighting types. Close combat does a number of work to my team. Like, I don't have good switch into it at all. I have Colbur Berry on Latios to maybe handle it, but like, it can come and can destroy life. So, on to my actual team that I spent 8 minutes going over his. We have Cursed Miltank, Galaker. First thing I noticed was Cursed Miltank can set up and just win late game. If Metagross is weakened and or does not have Hammer Arm, that's really good. I wanted to go Rest Talk really, really bad. Like, I really wanted Rest Talk, which, looking back, I probably should have used. But I think Milk Drink and Heal Bell do very good as well. Like, Heal Bell helps support the team in case something gets paralyzed or burned or something. But looking back, I feel like I should have had Rest Talk. Fully specially defensive, that way I can boost my physical defense and stay especially bulky. I don't have any speed. Wait, where's my mouse? Oh. I don't have any speed because I'm not going to need it with Curse. It's just going to start lowering anyway. But I just maxed everything out, put Body Slam on there. His ways of beating this are Close Combat. Primate, Focus Blast, Magmortar, and maybe Hammer Arm. Metagross and Primate have to get in before I can start setting up. And then Dragon Tail or Roar or Whirlwind Salamence. If I can find out what has what and whether or not I can beat it and I can set up, Miltank just cleanly destroys his team. And the best thing is, I probably wouldn't have thought about this if he didn't suggest it 2 weeks ago. Thanks, Jake. Sap Sipper so I can handle the Mega Venusaur really well, so I can switch in on Sleep Powder, so I can switch in on Giga Drains. I have Heal Bell, so I can so I can take the Sludge Ball poisons. Swords Dance, I'm not afraid of. I have run Swords Dance Venusaur versus a Miltank before, and it did a lot of work, but I have Curse, and I can beat that 1v1. This destroys Mega Venusaur, unless, like, I don't know. Unless he crits. Or Gastro Acid, if he gets it. Gastro Acid, get rid of my Sap Sipper, put me to sleep. Bop, 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 bop. Get like multiple crits. He could, I don't know. I'm pretty, like, I'm trying to think if there's anything he could do. If I were to lose, like, my Milk Drinks, my Heal Bells, then yeah, he can beat me, but beside the point. Next, we have an Umbreon, and originally, I was like, I'm going to bring Kark's Umbreon with Payback because it destroys his team. And I like, here the floor is. So, I had to do a lot of calcs, I had to do a lot of things, and I thought of something. This really fire set. Work Up Baton Pass. Imagine if I get Scolipede in and it already has its boost, I just rip through him. After Stealth Rocks, if his Venusaur has the Def Investment, like if it's only like partially physically bulky, I Oko with a +2 Mecha Horn. Salamis does not want to take hits at +2, kind of, like our Rock Slide. I can work up into Latios, I can work up into Mamoswine. If the things that are faster than me, like Starmie is super weakened, Raikou is a little bit weakened, Primeape has taken 0.1% of damage to make sure it's not Focus Sash, or I'm pretty sure Ice Shard is an Oko at +2, etc, etc. If the stuff that threatens me is weakened, I can go into Mamoswine and just clean everything, because Mamoswine rips through him too. I have Moonlight because I can't afford Wish Protect, because if he does have Taunt, then I'm screwed. And Payback is just so I can have damage going out. I can, like, when I thought of Work Up, I was like really struggling building this team, and I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna throw some stuff together and maybe it'll work. And I thought about this set. Because originally I was like, wait, Curse Baton Pass? I'm like, no, can't do that. Although Curse Baton Pass into Miltank could have been a thing. Get the curses up early. But like, once I figured this set out, I got the spread, which lets me take a Moonblast, modest Moonblast after rocks, with a Life Orb. If he specs, then goodbye. With Chople Berry, I can take fighting type hits from like Magmortar and Primeape, etc. I believe I take 2 Hammer Arms if he's adamant, max attack from Metagross. Just good, makes bulk. And then I have 30 speed IVs. And what this lets me do is it allows me outslow his entire team, unless he's like negative speed nature. And if I can outslow his team, then I get the slow Baton Pass no matter what out into my threat, and I just start hammering away at his team. Like I was really excited for the set. I really, really am blown away that I didn't use this earlier. But this is just so much work. And Moonlight, because I can't afford Wish Protect. It sucks that I have to use Moonlight with only ATP, but I gotta do what I gotta do. I think that's everything. So now we go out into, like, okay, I was like, I got this fire set. Screw it, we're gonna go with more fire. And I was like, okay, if I bring Scolipede, which destroys his team, what am I gonna bring? I'm gonna bring Bug Stab, I'm gonna bring Poison Stab, double stab. If I gotta beat my checks and counters. I gotta be able to hit Metagross hard. I gotta be able to hit, I don't know, Magmortar, Raikou. I'm like, okay, Earthquake. How do I beat the Salamence? Rock Slide? Nope. You better believe we brought Hidden Power Ice Scolipede. At +2, this does like 67% min. All I need is a bit of chip damage and rocks, and I destroy Salamence at +2. I destroy Venusaur if he's unless he's max physical defense with Scolipede, unless I have Rocks Up. If I have Rocks Up and a bit of chip damage on Salamence, I'm pretty sure +2/+2 will just blow everything out of the water. Unless he has a Focus Sash. I have enough speed for Crocodile. No, I have enough speed for Primeape, I'm sorry. Reasons. I don't need enough speed for Salamence because I am so confident that he is bringing a bulky Salamence. If he's bringing offensive Salamence, all I need is one speed boost and then gone. If he's Choice Scarf, then that's even better. Like, if he's offensive, I have so many ways to handle that. It's depending on what he locks himself into, I can set up with Miltank, I can do this, I can do that. If he's Dragon Tail, that's a problem. Dragon Tail, I'm really scared of. But if he has default Groose, then I don't know if he can fit Dragon Tail on there. But this set just destroys everything. Adamant, Life Orb, Mega Horn at +2, I believe does Oko, Mega Venusaur, I could be wrong. After Rocks. If not, it does a lot of damage. Scolipede is just going to finally get its chance to shine. Finally, I'm going to be able to show why I franchised this little bug. Let's go, Scolipede. So next, I put Mammothone on here just because it's just so much work as well. I have enough speed for a Timid Florges. I'm afraid of that. I have Max Attack, and I have Triple Ice Stab plus Earthquake. All I have is Stab because that's all I need, because his mons that resist Ice and Ground are... Anyway, he does have an Alomomola, which I expect to come, so I can roll my Mammothone. But here's the thing. If I get worked up into this, then I just start ripping through everything again. Weaken Alomomola, destroy everything with Earthquake, or Ice Crash, or Ice Shard. I have Icicle Spear because in case he's like a sub-variant of anything, and I have to put Tompest out on that, I can use Icicle Spear, break the sub, kill it, gone. And another reason I have Icicle Spear, I mean, like, I could have put Stealth Rocks on there and brought it in early game, set up Rocks. But he has two good hazard removers. There's no reason for me to put Rocks in here and Spikes on Skarmory. I didn't think of any other move I could think of, like knockoff, and I wanted to be prepared for subs, because sub sweepers have destroyed me in the past. A sub DD Salamence has 6-0'd me. A sub Carmine Suicune has 6-0'd me. Ridiculous. But yeah, that's my Mammothone. Rips through his team, no switch-ins. He does have a Mega Venusaur that can take 2 hits if it wants, but again, if I work up, I win. Or I destroy everything. I don't necessarily win. Now I have to bring this. And I believe this might be the last time I have to bring defensive Latios, because I finally have Granbull for fighting types. This helps me take care of Primeape. This helps me just hard stops the Magmortar. Unless he's Belly Jump Feint Attack. Then we click X. Right there. Just nope. All the nope. This also gives me a good chip to Mega Venusaur. I do 2-hit KO Mega Venusaur with Side Shock. I 2-hit KO Magmortar. I 2-hit KO Starmie with Shadow Ball. I 2-hit KO Offensive Florges. I 2-hit KO Crocodile with Surf. Metagross, I 3-hit KO and Assault Miss, I think? I'm not sure. Colbur Berry plus Shadow Ball. Like, immediately I can envision. When I build this team, I'm like, if I bring in Latios on anything, he's going to click Metagross. And he's going to have Pursuit. So I put Colbur Berry on there so I can take little damage from that Pursuit. And I'll just start firing off Shadow Balls and hopefully kill it. Because that's something that also, like, gives me trouble with Miltank. It gives me trouble with Scolipede. Is that Metagross. I wanted to put T-Wave on here so bad. If I put T-Wave on here, I would have been so glad if I could have 5 moves. Because T-Wave would have paired Slipsters down and made it so much easier for other things. But T-Wave also means that stuff that will outslow my Umbreon. So, 56 EVs to hit those jump points with those moves I was talking about. Like, I Obliterate Primeape, I 2-hit KO Exploud, I think. I 2-hit KO Mega Venusaur, I believe I 2-hit KO Raikou, unless it's really bulky. I 2-hit KO Crocodile. Don't 2-hit KO Salamence, unfortunately. I 2-hit KO a good portion of his team, and if not, I threaten the rest. Enough speed for Primeape, because again, not scared of a offensive Salamence. Well, kind of am, but like, I know he can't bring it. He cannot bring offensive Salamence. And then the rest just go into physical defense to Phys Def just to take hits better. And last but not least, we have a mixed defensive Skarmory. Enough speed to hopefully dodge a speed creep. Mixed Bulk takes hit from the Florges, hopefully. Brave-Bird, Ironhead, Roost, Stealth Rock. Want Brave-Bird for the Primate, want Ironhead for the Florges. Roost to stay healthy, Stealth Rocks to help chip down his team. Those rocks are going to be so good against his team. There's also Hard Walls, Mega Venusaur. Like, Mega Venusaur does Hard Walls half my team. But I have Teamons that can really handle this. I'm not 2-hit KO'd. Oh, I said in the battle that I thought I was going to not be 2-hit KO'd by Florges. Okay. I'm not 2-hit KO'd. No, okay. The Spadef. Now I can correct future self. Future self. The Spadef is to not get 2-hit KO'd by Modest Mega Venusaur. There's a Hidden Power Fire. Okay. So that's what that is. Nuance goes in physical defense. To take hits better from Kukudown, to take hits better from a physical Salamence, Metagross, etc. Alright. Video 2. Down. See y'all tomorrow for this hype match between champions, between warriors, between legends, between champions, between Pokemon Masters. Get hyped.